Winners do not think like everyone else. They do not speak like everyone else. They do not carry themselves like the average person. There is something different about them. Something in the way they think, in the way they talk, in the way they move through the world. And that difference? It is what separates success from failure. It is what determines who rises and who stays stuck. Winning starts in the mind. Before success ever shows up in your bank account, in your career, in your life, it shows up in the way you think. Winners train their minds for success. They refuse to let negativity take hold. They do not waste time on doubt, fear, or limitations. They focus on solutions, on possibilities, on ways to win no matter what. They see challenges differently. They see failure differently. And because of that, they move through life with a level of confidence and certainty that most people never develop. But it is not just how they think. It is how they talk. The words they use, the way they speak to themselves, the way they communicate with the world, it all reinforces their mindset. Their language is precise, powerful, and intentional. They do not speak in weakness. They do not complain. They do not make excuses. They speak in a way that attracts success, in a way that commands respect, in a way that moves things forward instead of holding them back. Most people never realize that their thoughts and their words are shaping their reality. They think small, so they stay small. They speak from doubt, so they create more doubt. They focus on their limitations, so they remain limited. But the ones who win, they think big, they speak powerfully. They train themselves to eliminate weak language, to remove negative thinking, to align their mind and their mouth with the life they want to create. This is not about fake confidence. This is not about empty motivation. This is about rewiring yourself from the inside out, about shifting the way you see the world, the way you talk about your life, the way you think about your future. Because the truth is, you will never rise above the level of your thoughts and your words. If your mind is weak, your life will reflect that. If your words are weak, your results will be weak. But if you develop the mental discipline of a winner, if you train yourself to speak with power and certainty, your life will transform faster than you ever imagined. So the question is, are you ready to start thinking and talking like a winner? Because once you do, once you fully commit to changing the way you operate, there is no limit to how far you can go. The way you think determines everything. Before a single word leaves your mouth, before you take a single action, your mind has already set the course. Winners understand this. They know that success starts with their internal dialogue, with the way they process challenges, with the way they interpret the world. They do not let negativity take root. They do not allow fear to dictate their actions. They guard their thoughts with discipline because they know that their mind is either working for them or against them. Most people have no control over their thoughts. They let whatever enters their mind dictate how they feel, how they act, how they respond to life. They do not realize that every thought they allow in their head is either making them stronger or making them weaker. And because they do not control their thinking, they live in reaction mode, reacting to circumstances, reacting to problems, reacting to the opinions of others. But winners are different. They take full control of their thoughts. They decide what they focus on. They choose to think in a way that supports their goals. And this is where the shift begins. If you want to think like a winner, you must train yourself to focus on what matters. You must develop the habit of directing your mind toward solutions instead of problems, toward possibilities instead of limitations. Most people get stuck because they dwell on what is wrong. They fixate on obstacles. They let fear dominate their thoughts. But winners have trained themselves to look at every situation and ask, how can I win here? What is the next move? Where is the opportunity in this challenge? This is not about ignoring reality. This is not about pretending that everything is perfect. It is about developing the mental toughness to see the bigger picture. It is about refusing to let problems break you. It's about looking at setbacks as setups for comebacks. When most people would quit, winners see a way forward. When others say, this is too hard, winners say, this is where I grow. And this mindset extends to everything. It is how they approach work, relationships, health, and every other aspect of life. Winners do not see effort as something to avoid. They see it as the price of success. They do not wait for motivation. They do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. They understand that action creates motivation, not the other way around. Most people wait until they feel ready. Winners know that waiting is just another form of losing. And the difference is visible in how they carry themselves. You can see it in their eyes. You can hear it in their voice. They do not speak in doubt. They do not second guess themselves. They have trained their mind to move with certainty. This is not arrogance. It is clarity. They know that the only way to win is to decide to win. And once they have made that decision, they do not waste time questioning it. This is where most people fail. They hesitate. They overthink. They let doubt creep in. And every time they hesitate, they reinforce the idea that they are not ready, that they are not capable, that they are not good enough. But winners eliminate hesitation. They trust themselves. They make decisions with confidence. And because of that, they move faster, they execute more, and they achieve more in a shorter amount of time than most people do in a lifetime. And this is where the way you talk